What if romanticizing your life isn't about lavish escapades, but the subtle alchemy of soft girl habits? Let's rewrite the truth. Love. Starting to love life again begins when you treat the mundane as sacred and your existence as a living masterpiece. Welcome to Feminine Queen, where we don't just seek joy, we cultivate it through rituals that turn sipping tea into ceremony and silence into soulful dialogue. Maybe you've been feeling like life's sparkle has faded, like you're going through the motions without truly living. Oh, darling, I've been there too, staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering when life started feeling like a checklist instead of a love letter. But what if I told you that magic isn't hiding in some far-off fantasy? It's right here, in the way you stir honey into your morning tea, letting the spoon clink against the mug like a tiny bell announcing, "Today, I choose delight." Or how you pause to admire dandelions pushing through concrete, their yellow heads screaming, "Bloom anyway!" Society preaches that fulfillment lives in viral moments and flawless feeds, but real magic blooms in the whisper of pages turning, the warmth of a thrifted sweater hugging your collarbones like an old friend, and the way golden hour gilds your messy bed, transforming crumpled sheets into molten gold. This isn't about aesthetics. It's radical alchemy, a rebellion against the cult of productivity, a vow to cradle life's quiet wonders like heirlooms. If you've ever felt like a stranger in your own skin, these 13 habits aren't checkboxes. They're love notes from your deepest self, calling you to reclaim the art of being wildly, unapologetically alive. Let's paint your narrative in watercolor strokes, darling. One soft, shimmering choice at a time. 1. The sacred art of morning alchemy. Your mornings are not a launchpad for productivity. They're a temple. Imagine waking not to alarms, but to the slow unfurling of your own rhythm. Light a candle and watch the flame dance like your soul's silent rebellion against the tyranny of rush. Pour your coffee as if it's a sacrament, each swirl of cream a whispered promise to prioritize presence over performance. This hour is your canvas. Read a poem aloud, let skincare become a meditation, or simply sit by the window and trace the sunrise with your fingertips. The world will demand your energy soon enough, but here in this stolen silence, you are not a worker, a mother, or a muse. You are a priestess of your own time, bending the ordinary into the extraordinary. Can you feel the shift when you start your day with intention, love? It's like giving yourself a warm hug before the world asks anything of you. Tomorrow, try this. Before you check your phone, check in with your heart. Whisper, "What do you need today?" And darling, listen. Listen. That quiet voice? It's your North Star. Let's get tactile, darling. When you pour that coffee, let the steam kiss your face. Count the sugar crystals as they dissolve. Tiny galaxies surrendering to the swirl. Wrap your hands around the mug and feel its heat seep into your palms, a grounding ritual that says, "This moment is mine." If you journal, write 3 words that describe how you want to feel today, not what you need to do. Luminous, unrushed, curious. Tuck that slip of paper into your bra strap, right over your heart. Let it pulse there all day, a secret mantra. 2. The rebellion of solo adventure. Solo dates are not pit stops for the lonely. They're masterclasses in self-romance. Picture this. You, in a velvet booth at an indie cinema, laughing at a film no one else understands. Or striding through a museum, pausing at a painting that cracks your heart open, with no one to rush you. These moments are not about filling time. They're about rewriting the narrative that joy requires a witness. Wear the dress that makes you feel like a storm in human form. Order the decadent dessert. Let the world see you revel in your own company, unapologetically, as if you're the most fascinating person you know. Sweetheart, I know stepping out alone can feel daring, but think of it this way. When you're your own date, you set the rules. No compromising on the playlist, no pretending to hate the last bite of cake. It's just you and your fabulous, messy, glorious self. And isn't that the best love story of all? Here's your mission. Book a table for one at that bistro with the fairy lights. Wear the polka dot gloves you've been saving for someday. Order the creme brulee and crack the caramelized sugar with your spoon. Let the sound echo like a tiny victory gong. When the waiter asks, "Waiting for someone?" smile and say, "She's already here." Take a Polaroid of your empty chair afterward, a relic of the day you courted yourself. Tape it to your fridge with the caption, "The main character was here." 3. Guerrilla kindness, secret love notes. Imagine slipping a handwritten note into a library book. To the soul who finds this, you are the reason the stars bother to shine. No name, no agenda, just raw, anonymous love. This isn't mere kindness, it's alchemy. You're not just brightening a stranger's day, you're etching your essence into the fabric of the universe. These notes are tiny rebellions against a world obsessed with transactional relationships. They scream, love exists for love's sake. Here's a secret, darling. Every note you leave, it's a little mirror. When you write, you're enough, part of you hears it too. Try slipping one into your own coat pocket this week. Future, you will find it on a rainy day and think, oh, I'm the miracle I've been waiting for. Grab a sheet of parchment paper and a gel pen that smells like vanilla. Write, to you, reading this. Your laugh could end wars. Your quietest dream? It's already on its way. Keep going. Fold it into a paper crane. Leave it on a park bench, tucked between the slats. Imagine a harried mom finding it after her toddler's meltdown. Watch how the universe winks back, maybe through a stranger holding the door for you later, or a sudden breeze carrying cherry blossoms into your path. This is how you become a conspirator with destiny, darling. 4. Fiction as a portal to your wildest self. Close the self-help books. Let a novel's spine crack open like a doorway to a realm where logic kneels to passion. Dive into stories where heroines are flawed and furious, where love is messy and endings aren't tidy. Fiction isn't escapism, it's excavation. As you lose yourself in a character's journey, you're mining your own buried longings, the ones you've silenced with shoulds and can'ts. Let their adventures reignite your own hunger for risk, for tenderness, for a life less ordinary. Darling, what if your next read isn't just a book? It's a permission slip. Permission to want more, to be messy, to kiss the wrong person or quit the safe job. Let those fictional rebels hold your hand and whisper, your dreams aren't too big. The world's just been too small. Create a reading nook that feels like a witch's den. Drape a crocheted blanket over an armchair. Place a bowl of rose quartz nearby. Its energy whispers, open your heart. As you read, keep a notebook titled, Secrets My Soul Already Knows. Jolt down lines that make your pulse race. She decided to stop apologizing for her hunger. He kissed her like she was air and he'd been drowning. Let these words be breadcrumbs leading you back to your own untamed truth. 5. The Feminine Code, your unwritten manifesto. Forget society's rulebook. Your feminine code isn't about politeness or perfection. It's a roar. Write it in crimson ink. I take space without shrinking. I rest without guilt. I am the event. This code isn't a checklist. It's a compass guiding you back to your untamed core. Maybe one of your commandments is I speak in italics, not whispers, or I trust my no as deeply as my yes. These are not affirmations, they're spells, casting out the ghosts of who you were told to be. Let's play a game. Love. Grab your sparkliest pen and write your first commandment right now. Is it, I dance while doing dishes? I cry without apology? Whatever it is, tape it to your mirror. Let it be the first thing you see each morning. Watch how your soul starts to bloom under its own fierce gaze. Add a commandment that terrifies you a little. I will not shrink to fit small rooms. I will love my body like it's a temple, even on days it feels like a haunted house. Write it on a sticky note and press it inside your wallet. Every time you reach for cash, your fingers will brush against your own revolution. At parties, when someone says, "You're too intense," reply, "Thank you. I worked hard to glow this bright." Watch how your code becomes armor, then anthem. 6. Theme songs for your soul. Create a theme song for your life, not a soundtrack for others, but a raw, pulsating anthem for the version of you that's clawing her way out. Hum it in the shower, belt it in traffic. Let the lyrics be messy, defiant, unapologetically yours. I'm a storm in stilettos, a grenade wrapped in glitter. This isn't about melody, it's about audacity. Every time you sing it, you're reprogramming your nervous system to believe you're the hero, not the bystander. Still humming the same old I'm not enough tune? Time for a remix, darling? What's the lyric that makes your heart kick? Unstoppable? Fearless? Blast it while you strut to the mailbox. Let the neighbors gossip. You're too busy being your own damn hype woman. Curate a playlist titled Songs That Make My Soul Snap Its Fingers. Include the track that makes you drum your steering wheel like it's a bongo at a carnival. The one that turns grocery store aisles into catwalks. When doubt creeps in, press play and dance barefoot in the kitchen, hips swaying, hair wild, singing into a wooden spoon like it's a Grammy acceptance speech. Write your own bridge. I'm not broken, I'm a mosaic. Every scar's a glittering relic. Let the music seep into your bones until your walk becomes a strut, your voice a roar. This is your life's score, darling. Make it epic. Attention, icon in the making. This is your crown calling. You, yes, you, scrolling this in stolen moments between duty and exhaustion. I see you. The way you crave magic but fear it's too much. The way you dim your light to fit rooms that were never built for your wingspan. Let me be clear. This isn't about becoming a feminine queen. It's about realizing you've always been one. You just forgot. These steps aren't tips. They're a homecoming. So stop apologizing for your hunger. Stop shrinking. The world needs your unbridled aliveness, not a polished version, the real, raw, roaring you. 7. Love letters to the cosmos. Grab that fountain pen, the one that glides like a lover's whisper, and write to the universe. Not a prayer, but a partnership. Dear Cosmos, today I choose to trust your chaos. Bring me storms I can dance in. Seal it with a lipstick kiss. Burn it under a full moon or tuck it into a tree's crevice. This isn't wishful thinking, it's co-creation. You're not begging for miracles, you're drafting a contract with destiny. Feeling stuck? Love? Write this. Universe, I'm ready. Surprise me. Then open your eyes wider. That parking spot? That song on the radio? That's the cosmos flirting back. Wink and whisper, I see you too. Use stationery that smells like jasmine, the edges gilt with gold. Write in cursive so lush it looks like vines crawling across the page. Thank you for the sunbeam that landed on my coffee cup this morning. It felt like a wink. Send me more signs. I'm listening. Fold the letter into an origami star. Drop it into a river or bury it under your favorite tree. Light a cinnamon candle afterward. It's smoke carrying your words skyward. Then, darling, watch. The way your coworker gifts you a succulent out of nowhere. The sudden urge to call an old friend who says, I was just thinking of you. The universe always writes back. You just have to learn its language. 8. The language of hands. Your hands are not just tools. They're translators of your soul's poetry. Notice them, how they flutter when you're excited, how they cradle your face when you're weary. Start a revolution of awareness. Stir your tea as if it's a sacred elixir. Brush your hair like you're weaving strands of moonlight. Let your gestures become intentional, a ballet of self-respect. Next time you're anxious, darling, press your palms together. Feel that heartbeat? That's your body's secret love language. It's saying, I'm here. I'm yours. We've got this. Let your hands be your anchor, soft but unshakable. Paint your nails the color of crushed raspberries. Notice how your fingers look like they've been dipped in stardust. When you hand someone a coffee, let your touch linger. Infuse that moment with I see you. Trace your collarbone when you're lost in thought. A reminder, this body is my home. Cook a meal and let your hands knead dough like it's a metaphor for life. Press out the lumps, shape it into something nourishing. At night, massage lavender oil into your cuticles, whispering, thank you for holding me together today. Your hands are storytellers. Let them narrate a tale of grace. 9. The radical act of receiving. You've been trained to give until you're hollow. Now practice receiving until you overflow. When someone offers help, say thank you instead of I'm fine. When you're complimented, swallow the urge to deflect. Let the words sink into your bones like sunlight. Receiving isn't passive. It's an act of trust. Trust that you're worthy of ease. Trust that the universe isn't keeping score. Darling, repeat after me. I am a worthy investment. Say it when you book the massage, accept the hug, or let someone pay for your coffee. You're not taking, you're teaching the world how to love you. Start small. When the barista says your hair is gorgeous, don't mutter, oh, it's a mess. Stand taller. Say, thank you. It's my crown. When your partner does the dishes, don't hover. Sit. Sip your wine. Let their care be a gift, not a debt. And when the universe sends a surprise, a bonus, a free ticket, a stranger's smile, throw your arms wide and laugh, I accept. Receiving is a muscle. Love. Flex it daily. Watch how your heart softens, how your relationships deepen, how the world starts showering you with roses instead of rain. 10. Whimsy as warfare. Declare war on monotony. Fold laundry like you're preparing robes for a celestial court. Spritz lavender mist, press each crease with reverence. Drink lemonade from a crystal goblet. Why? Because whimsy is your birthright. The mundane isn't a prison. It's a playground waiting for your fingerprints. Today, do one thing extra just because. Wear the frilly socks no one will see. Doodle hearts on your grocery list. Life's too short for practical love. Be the glitter bomb in a gray world. Turn Tuesday into a festival. Hang fairy lights in your shower. Write your to-do list in rainbow gel pens. Pack a whimsy emergency kit. Confetti, a tiny harmonica, a vial of glitter. When adulting feels heavy, toss confetti at your reflection and play a kazoo version of Eye of the Tiger. Bake cookies shaped like unicorns and leave them on your neighbor's porch with a note. You're magic. Whimsy isn't childish. It's your soul's rebellion against despair. Let it be your secret weapon. 11. Trespassing into beauty. Walk into spaces that aren't for you. Wear a ball gown to the grocery store. Sketch in a luxury hotel lobby, your pen scratching as the chandeliers hum approval. Let them stare. Let them whisper. You're not trespassing. You're reclaiming. Every room you enter becomes yours the moment you decide you belong. What's your too much? The red lipstick? The loud laugh? Good. Do it twice as boldly tomorrow. The world doesn't need more appropriate. It needs your unedited Technicolor magic. Wear a tiara to the post office. Let the clerk's raised eyebrow fuel your fire. Sit cross-legged on a department store's velvet sofa, sipping free champagne like you're the heiress they've been waiting for. When security approaches, smile serenely and say, I'm just admiring the art. You're the art, darling. Take up space. Nap in a bookstore's armchair. Hum opera in the cereal aisle. Your existence is a gift. Unwrap it loudly. 12. The slow hour revolution. Once a week, let time dissolve. Brew tea without glancing at your phone. Sit on the floor and trace the grain of the wood with your toes. This isn't self-care. It's soul surgery. In the silence, you'll hear the voice you've been drowning out with podcasts and productivity. Start small, darling. 5 minutes. No screens, no lists. Just you and the rhythm of your breath. Notice how your shoulders drop? That's your body sighing. Thank you for finally listening. Set a teapot to whistle, the old-fashioned kind. Watch the steam curl into shapes. A dragon, a dove, a question mark. Pour slowly, count to 10 between sips. Light a beeswax candle and stare into the flame until your thoughts still. Write a letter to your future self. Dear you, I hope you still dance in thunderstorms. Fold it into a paper boat. Let it float in the bathtub. Slow hours aren't lazy. They're lifelines. 13. The Beauty Basket Rebellion. Fill a basket with objects that scream you. A vial of midnight blue ink, a feather from your first solo trip, a postcard scrawled with, You are the storm. This isn't a collection, it's a sanctuary. When the world tries to convince you you're too much, reach in. Let the silk scarf remind you of your softness. Let the jagged crystal scream your resilience. What's in your basket, love? A seashell from that summer you finally said no? A love letter from your teenage self? Build it. Treasure it, and when doubt creeps in, rummage through your rebellion. Line the basket with fabric from your grandmother's quilt. Add a perfume sample that smells like your first kiss. Tuck in a ticket stub from the concert where you screamed lyrics until your throat rawed. Include a keychain that says wildflower and a rock from the hike where you realized you're unstoppable. When life feels brittle, dump the basket onto your bed. Run your fingers over each relic. Whisper, Look how far I've come. You're not collecting trinkets. You're curating proof of your own magic. Darling, as we close this chapter, remember, the soft girl isn't fragile. She's philosophically fierce. Every habit we've shared today isn't just about rose-tinted glasses. It's a stoic practice in disguise. When you light that candle, savor that slow sip of tea, or pause to press a wildflower in your journal, you're doing something radical, choosing sovereignty over your inner world. The Stoics taught that true power lies not in controlling life's chaos, but in mastering your response to it. Your softness? It's strength. Those handwritten morning pages? They're not just pretty, they're your daily amor fati, teaching you to love your story as it unfolds. The way you curate your space with intention? That's your inner citadel, a sanctuary no external storm can shake. But let's get real, darling. Some days, you'll forget. You'll rush through mornings, snap at loved ones, lose your keys and your cool. On those days, I need you to whisper, even now, I'm still magic. Because softness isn't perfection, it's persistence. It's the courage to begin again, to choose tenderness when hardness would be easier. Society will keep spinning madly, but you've now learned to plant your feet in the present, to find abundance in scarcity, grace in imperfection, and poetry in the unremarkable. This isn't escapism. It's the ultimate act of resilience, to nurture joy so deeply rooted that even life's harshest winters can't wither it. So go ahead, darling. Let your soft girl habits be your quiet rebellion. Let them remind you that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but an alchemist of them. And when the world feels too loud, return to this truth. The most profound lives aren't built on grand stages, but in the sacred ordinary. If this resonated, smash that subscribe. Feminine Queen is your compass for turning philosophy into daily magic. Drop a flower emoji in the comments below if you're ready to lead with softness and steel. Until next time, don't just exist, flourish.